Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Melissa's Reading Room. Today in the room, we're going to read Stop Your Dragon from Stealing by Steve Herman. Stop Your Dragon from Stealing. My Dragon Books, Volume 50. 58? I'm not really sure what that says. By Steve Herman. Hello, my name's Drew, and I've written this book about my pet dragon. Please take a look. Yes, he's a dragon. His name's Diggory-Doo. He's the friendliest dragon that I ever knew. When Diggory was younger, he had much to learn, like not to breathe fire and cause stuff to burn. He had to learn manners and how to behave. You'd never believe all the trouble he gave. Look, here he's breathing fire, and he's saying, "Don't do that, Diggory." Here he's learning to make friends and not to be mean. I love to tell stories about Diggory-Doo and the lesson he learned that you can learn too. Like the time that I taught him he ought not to take stuff that not's his. That's just wrong for Pete's sake. Here he's showing him not to take toys from others. Makes him cry. Yeah. Diggory saw candy at the store where we shop. His favorite kind, a red lollipop. Ooh, look at how big his eyes are when he sees those red lollipops. What kinds are your favorite? Look, there's red and yellow and blue and green and the unicorn kind that are all twisted. I think I like the twisted ones myself. It didn't cost much, but his money was spent. So that lollipop, whoop, in his pocket it went. Look, it's in his pocket right there. Oh dear, is that right, boys and girls? Let's see what happens next. It didn't take long. It happened again quite soon when he was in the library that afternoon. He found a good book, but his plan of attack was to just take it home and not bring it back. See, he's got his book and he's going to leave. Though stealing is wrong and not a bit cool, he did it again the next day at school. For show and tell, Tom brought his best model car, and everyone knows just how awesome those are. See, Tom has his best model car. Diggory thought, Tom's car is the best that there is. Then he took the car from Tom's backpack right there, and he put it in his right there. Uh-oh, what's going to happen? Was that right, boys and girls? I don't think it was either. Let's see what happens. When Tom saw that it was gone, he cried and he cried. Have you seen it? He asked. But Diggory lied. I've not seen it, he said. Have you checked everywhere? Perhaps the playground. Did you think to look for it there? Tom cried even harder. That's the best car I had. My most favorite one. A present from Dad. Diggory pretended he hadn't a clue where it might be, and Tom cried harder. Boo-hoo! Oh my, Tom really liked his car. It seems it's very special to him because his father gave it to him. Oh no. What do you think, boys and girls? Do you think Diggory should tell the truth? Let's see what happens. The teacher then asked every kid, asked each and every kid, did the car hide in your backpack? Please check if it did. No, Diggory said. Diggory looked in his backpack, but just for show. And though he was a bit nervous, Diggory said no. Diggory is shaking and sweating. Oh my. Boys and girls, what do you think he should do? Let's find out what happens next. When school was over, he left in a hurry. But when he got home, he started to worry. He played with the car, but before very long, I could just tell that something was wrong. Hey, Diggory, I told him, that's a cool car. Yet I can't help but notice how gloomy you are. Then Diggory told me about what he's done. Then he said, this car is nice, but I'm not having fun. That's called stealing, I told him. Have you done it before? Is this car all there is, or has there been more? Then Diggory told me of the times that he took the red lollipop and the library book. At least he's coming clean. But I wanted the candy, the book, and the toy, said Diggory Doo. These things bring me joy. It was one piece of candy and not 3 or 4, said Diggory Doo, and the store has lots more. See? And the book that I took is the best that I've read. Besides, books give me knowledge that fills up my head. I do chores, and I study like good dragons should. I deserve that book for being so good. And Tom borrowed my pencil the other day. He didn't ask first. We're even, I'd say. So why am I sad? Please tell me, Drew. That's when I explained to poor Diggory Doo, you took one piece of candy, and though that was all, stealing is wrong, no matter how small. Stores sell us things. That's how they make money. When you take and don't pay, it's not very funny. I know you love reading, and reading is good, but you also know that you always should return a book as soon as you're done so others can read it and share in the fun. As for Tom's car that you took, do you recall when you couldn't find your best soccer ball? Of course, said Diggory. Pele had signed it. I cried and I cried when I couldn't find it. I looked and I looked and I felt very sad. I was sure someone stole it, and that made me mad. Then Diggory's eyes flew open wide. His eyes filled with tears. Then Diggory replied, I know how Tom felt when I took his car. I said, I can see just how sorry you are. Deep in your heart, though, you already know that you have done wrong, and that's why you felt blue. Diggory thought for a while and said, yes, that's true. Please tell me quick, Drew. Now what should I do? You must tell Mom, and she'll give you a ride back to the store where you took the candy, I replied. Then tell the owner you're sorry, and then you must pay for the candy you took from the candy display. So they go back to the store, and he says, I'm sorry, and he pays for the candy. Right, boys and girls? Then go to the library and give back the book that you didn't check out, but you simply took. Tell the librarian you're sorry and then that you've learned your lesson and won't do it again. I'm sorry, I've learned my lesson. I won't do it again. I know what comes next, said Diggory-Doo. I must talk to Tom and apologize too. Then I should tell teacher about what I did. I hope they forgive me. I'm just a kid. So they go to Tom's house and give the car back, and he talks to his teacher. He did all the things that I said that he should. Although he was scared, it all turned out good. The store owner, librarian, and teacher too said they were proud of my dragon, Diggory-Doo. His friend Tom was mad at him just a day or two, but now they're good friends again, Tom and Diggory-Doo. We all make mistakes, kids like me and you, dragons like Diggory, and grown-ups too. But we learn from mistakes, correct them, and then we try not to make those mistakes again. The end. You can learn more about these books and get free coloring pages at www.mydragonbooks.com/gift. That was Stop Your Dragon from Stealing by Steve Herman. Thanks for coming to the reading room today. Bye-bye.